Now it should be showing, and it cuts out the first few seconds. Hey, everybody. I'll be right back. Forgot to grab water. Oh! I already got a chat message, I see. Look what's on hand, everybody. The best thing ever produced. Hey, everybody. Got bored. Decided I'd do a stream. I love Denver Goosebumps fan. Alright, so what's up? Thank God. Yeah. There's not a lot to do today, you know, unless you're a more social person. You might be hanging out with friends, you might be watching movies. I'm just waiting to to watch that finale. And I have to wait an extra 2 hours, 3 hours actually, because it comes out in an hour 15. I could watch it, but I'm gonna see it in theater, and the showing is at like 9:20. So don't shoot me up. I'm just fucking put some lighting on, make it look less Gooner in here. Read the title if you want to know what I'm referring to. Stranger Things finale's dropping. Hello, Woody on Nightquill. But maybe put a background on. Stranger Things 5. Alright, yeah. I wanted to get a discussion going on that. And I figured it's the biggest thing on fucking US right now and generally. TV. Stranger Things 5 is very interesting. A mild mixed bag, but I'll say I'm mostly positive on it. And it's got messaged by an offer. It's like I have issues with it, but I don't think it's bad. None of the episodes are bad. I'm not a episode 7 hater, though I have my critiques. But I've generally been enjoying the season. So, yeah. Very interested in the finale. Yeah, the two R.L. Stine adaptations coming up. You know, they're interesting. Because both of those are based off books I don't like. I'm sorry, R.L. Stine, if you're somehow seeing this. But I'm literally looking on the shelf for now. First Day School Forever is terrible, and it's getting a movie, which is like, okay, why? I mean, you could do Young Scrooge. That I actually like that Stein single. That's a pretty solid book. It's it's a retelling, but it's good. Favorite color? Orange, or purple, or pink, or blue, but orange is top. And Stein Tingler's not very good either. There's a great story in there, and that's the one great story. Slappy's your favorite color? Okay, buddy. Back to what do you got, Nightquill? I had trouble finding motivation to finish Volume 2, but I finished it like an hour ago. Yeah, Volume 2. But that's where I really have my issues. It is not a huge quality drop from Volume 1. It's just there's definitely a notable there's a slowdown in the plot development because we got some big things, but it was basically that whole volume was a bridge to the very end, you know, because I think most of the stuff that we're waiting for, that we were hoping would happen in Volume 2, is going to happen in the finale. So, we'll see. Let me mute for a second. Episode is called The Bridge. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I called that when I was watching it, like, this is gonna be a literal bridge episode. And it was. That whole volume was kind of that, but the bridge episode was basically setting up the finale more so than being a standalone. Yeah. 6.5 to a 7 out of 10. Yeah, yeah, that's probably it's pretty fair, you know. Episode 7 is I will say it is my least favorite too of the season because it is the most complicated when it comes to actual problems. There's okay, I can label free. Will's coming out scene was pretty nullified with like Callie and Murray being there. It's like, what were they thinking? Sorry guys, there's spoilers too if you have not seen Stranger Things. Season 5, episodes 1 to 7. The finale's not out yet, so I can't spoil anything. I haven't seen it. It's out in like an hour, so yeah, hopefully this will help us get to that in good time. I have to wait extra long though. But Will's coming out scene was kind of botched. You know, I would arguably say it's a little piss poor. I think it was delivered great. I thought it made a lot of sense. I mean, it didn't really have to exactly happen then. Exactly. The problem is, though, the big issue is just the fact that Murray and Callie was there, and it's assuming the finale doesn't fix it. It's kind of queerbait, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, the whole fucking town was there. I mean, most of the main cast. The only two people that weren't there were Hopper, Mr. Clark, and Erica. They were not there. So they were out scouring to get into town to help them break into the Upside Down. Hello, Mr. Goosen's fan 1000. I'm gonna catch him on chat messages. I'm excited for the animated Spine Tinglers because the first Arslan adaptation be animated instead of live action. I do think that is cool, and if I'm being honest, I'm more excited for that than the first High School Forever movie. But I really hope they're both good, you know, and I'm really praying, if anything, the first High School Forever movie. I mean, I know it's going to be a Groundhog Day ripoff. That's kind of the main thing of the book, but I hope it takes the Pumpkinhead approach and basically ditches everything but the main idea of that story. So, yeah, if it does that, there's a good chance this will be fire. Or sorry, a better chance, not a good chance. But we'll see. Gorgeous popcorn ceiling in DDO. I love that. What is this thing? I don't know what thing you're referring to. Yeah, everyone's heard it before, the coming out scene issues. There's also the whole Callie thing going on, too. Spoilers, in episode 7, Callie said something that is, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but it's kind of A, cliche, and B, really dumb. It makes sense, but at the same time, it's like, why did we do that? Why did we have to make it go this way? It involves suicide. That's all. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's fucking stupid. Yeah. Yeah, it's overhated. That's exactly how I feel. It's not a great episode, but it doesn't deserve a 5 on IMDb. It's like, what? It's nowhere near that bad. It just had some issues, but there's also a lot of good in that episode, I feel. Like Mr. Clark, that was very fun to bring him back. You know, you had the I mean, it is a bridge episode. It's setting up a lot of stuff for the next one and going forth. And there's a lot of good exposition in that episode. Specifically between I'm forgetting character names. There's like 20 main characters. Callie, no, not Callie. There's so many characters. Steve and Dustin, there we go. And Hopper and Joyce, that was pretty good. I love you, bye. Thank you, Silent Rob. I was expecting more of a reaction from everyone. Well, they all just started staring at him the entire time until they all started hugging. Yeah. Again, it was just overcrowded, and I know this is a lot everyone else is saying, but it is a very real thing. Even Noah Schnapp, the actor, was like, "Is this gonna work?" And clearly, yeah, a lot of people are pretty upset about it. I'm upset, but not to the 5.5 out of 10 degree. It's just it's an issue, but it's one scene in that whole hour-long episode. It's like the big problem with that is just overcrowded. There's only 4 people that need to be present: Will himself, Joyce, Mike, and his brother. That's it, and it worked better. I feel reading comments right now. Holy crap! Animated all style adaptations. I'm for more coming out as long as they're good. I would like to see maybe. I'm thinking of something. You could. I mean, Stein Tinglers 2 would be the next obvious thing if the first one does well. But you could potentially animate some of its older work. Maybe you could bring the Beast back, which is a duology from way back in the 90s. You could do Young Scrooge. That's another book that he made. I would pray not, but this is a possibility they could adapt whether animated or live action his Blackstone books. Slime Doesn't Pay and Shark Night, and soon to be Nightmare on Nightmare Street. Yeah. I love you. Bye. Thank you. Jesus. Live action spinoff will be. Um, for Stranger Things, yeah, I've heard that they're going to be making something completely new, and that is actually, from what they said, that it is basically completely unconnected. I mean, I'm sure it'll be connected in some way outside of just being the same universe, but they just said it's in the same universe but completely dissociated from Stranger Things. So for all we know, it could be set in modern day or way back in 1600s. We don't fucking know. But I think I'm really on board with that actually, because I thought long and hard about what they would do, and I knew they were gonna do something because obviously it's massive, low taper fade massive, and it's like there's no way in hell they're not doing a spin-off. And they already announced a really weird looking animated show for Stranger Things, but it's like I could totally see them doing another live action. I think should have been the first option. It might have, I don't know, but now that is officially confirmed to be in the works, I'm excited because there's a lot of potential with that universe outside of just wormholes, the Upside Down, and Dimension X or the Abyss as it's called. There's literal magic. I mean, they can do a lot with that. Maybe take some more information from you know the actual real world, because there's a lot of cool war Cold War, not lore, aspects in season 3 and 4 and stuff like that. So I don't know. Either way, I'm really excited to see what they are gonna do with that upcoming spinoff. And I don't have a clue what it will be. It's gonna be something probably very different but very familiar at the same time. Like it's gonna have a lot of probably similar aspects, supernatural. I don't know if it'll be monsters this time or another dimension, but we'll have to wait and see about that. Holly and Derek spinoff would just not be it. Yes, I have heard about that. Audible is doing a lot of those. Um, yeah, hopefully they're cool. Holly a thing. Yeah, it's like I don't mind this at all. I think it's cool if they made Holly main character, but it's kind of weird. They started making her randomly a main character this season. It's like I guess they were out of kid characters and they wanted a main one, but they didn't want to reestablish any because people will be like, they're gonna kill him off this season, and that already happened with Derek. They didn't kill him, sorry, but that's exactly what people assumed, is that Derek's gonna die. Like he's the next Bob, he's the next Billy, technical, the next you name it, Alexi, forgot his name, Eddie. So it's like, why? What's the purpose in bringing more characters in like that? But thankfully didn't do that. Holly was just, I think the only reason she was brought in for a major role was the fact that she was the only pre-established kid they have, so make her the main character of the kids side of the story, like the actual kids. Yeah, you get the idea. The Okay, Goosebumps free with the cat's first one. I don't know, man. Revenge or Us as an animated movie. You know, yeah, fuck it. All right, these are some banger comments, guys. I honestly think Callie, yeah, it's spelled with I think a K. I don't give a shit. Is or however you spell yes is just unnecessary. Um, I disagree, but I think her character after her introduction was not going the right route. I do think Callie makes a complete, a lot of sense to bring back, but it's just I don't like what they did with their character. Um, I just wish it went a different route. And I genuinely think this. For some reason, she might have like a villain arc for the final episode or something. I don't know. It only makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like Callie. Everyone wants Callie to die. Like, are we not wrong here? Am I not wrong? Callie. Everyone wants Callie to just die this season. I keep seeing memes about it online. So, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen either way because it's a very easy death to pull off. Oh no, Callie died. The only one that's gonna be really affected is 11, but at least she'll shed some tears. Get some impact. You know what I'm saying? But I do think beforehand they're probably gonna give us a reason more so to hate her than outside of the suicide shit she's planning. I hate her face. Okay, hate biasy. Yeah, Stranger Things is gonna officially be over in an hour, technically. At least for the series. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end this in about half hour. So y'all gonna have your build up. You just brought her back, so Stranger Things would not. I can't speak. Won't have any plot holes anymore. Yeah, basically, it makes sense even if I don't like where she went. What they did with her character. Yeah, Goosebumps free is not happening. We can dream, but the 8 curse, yeah, it ain't worse than Lost Sister. That's a fact. The Goosebumps series, where each season adapts a Goosebumps series. Example: season 1, OG series, season 2, series 2000. Maybe I could see it, but we almost kind of got that, to be fair. Um, because season 2 adapted technically free series 2000 stories and some later OG series, barely. So it's like, they did do 2 series 2000 in the new series, so which I did like a lot. If we for some reason get it renewed, maybe a new Goosebumps show comes out and they're like, there is still hype left. Let's renew this old one and do a season 3. And maybe 8 episodes again. Who cares what the length is? It's like they do a season 3 and they do some modern Goosebumps books. I'd love to see that. New Slappy prop. It's not out. I don't think it came out, if I'm not wrong. Low taper fade in the Big 25. Yes, indeed. And hello, Jason Voorhees. Hero? Let's see. I hope someone makes a video or an animated video or a movie of one of the stories from the 6 books of Tales They Give You Goosebumps or Goosebumps the Haunted School or Ghost Camp. Tales, I'd love to see more love for that series, like in live action. I think if going forth we get more anthology Goosebumps live action media, or it be like the new show or anything, there's a chance we'll see that kind of stuff get adapted. Not a huge chance, but a chance no less. I think the best contender for that actually happening is if they reprint Tales to make them popular or a bit more popular again. Give more spotlight, more accessibility. And I actually had a theory recently that they might do it, you know, next year, sadly. I know this year was the I believe it was actually, yes. I think it was, no, it was last year. Last year was the anniversary of Tales to Give Goosebumps. This year was the anniversary of Give Yourself Goosebumps. But even if they're 2 years too late to do it, I think the anniversary of that one Tales bind up, the 30 Tales to Give Goosebumps collection, is coming up. I don't know if it's this year or next year, if it was last year. I believe it's going forward. It's in 2006, 2007. I know it's before Horrorland, obviously. I think they very well might reprint that for its like 20th anniversary. Get some more highlight on the Tales. If not, I'd like a retro tin. Happy New Year, indeed. Well, it's not New Year's for me quite yet. Goosebumps. Love Goosebumps. If that weren't obvious. Let's see. Yes, that's exactly the animated Stranger Things show. Dude, it's like I'm fine with it, except the fact that they said they're trying to make it look 80s, which is like, it just doesn't. It really doesn't. It has a Spider-Verse style, except it's not jagged. It's smooth, which I don't care. It's just like, why did you say that, Duffers? Because it factually doesn't. You can't argue it does. It really doesn't look 80s. It doesn't replicate that older style. It's a more modern style, It feels weird. I know it might be better to say that to, get more audience support, but it doesn't take 2 brain cells to figure that out. Mild rail on the Duffers there. Maybe it's Netflix's choice to make him say that. I don't know. Yeah, pretty goofy that they even had the gall to say that. It's like, it doesn't look 80s. Nothing like the 80s, animation wise. I expect your opinion for See School Forever. What about your opinion on for Young Scrooge? See, I can't speak. This is why I can't do audiobooks. Because I've always thought about doing that. Like read alouds. I can't. Haven't read it. Got the book from the mail today, by the way. Fuck yeah. Young Scrooge. It's a Christmas book, duh. Let me pull it out here. Yeah. Young Scrooge. It's a good one. I don't love it. I think I gave it like a 7 out of 10 or 6.5 kind of range. It's very flawed, and it's a retelling. So I've seen better retellings. Big example would be like the Graveyard School version, Fright Before Christmas, or even Fright Christmas was kind of better. Actually, it's just right here. But I enjoyed it. I liked it. It's definitely better than, you know what. Let me read some chat messages. As I've always been doing. Absolutely no one trusts Callie. Yeah, me included. Sit on the bed. I think I just broke it. No, I'm just joking. I don't think that's true. I think that's bullshit. That is one of the stupidest arguments I've ever heard. Yeah, it has racism as a theme in Welcome to Derry. But that's not a bad thing. A lot of shows have, more darker themes. Themes that are touchy subjects. It's like, yeah, I like that it actually touches upon that. It's interesting. It makes the show less bland if you have more stuff like that, more flavor. I mean, for God's sakes, they killed off the main cast in the first episode. That was ballsy move, And I immediately lost viewership. My subscriber count goes down by half immediately. No, I liked that aspect of the show. I thought it was interesting. Created more suspension because there was a clear mild payoff to it because there was some the whole I forgot his name. The chick's dad, who was framed for what Pennywise did in episode one. That whole thing was stemming from racism. Because if he was white, he would have got away with it. That's the whole thing. Even though he didn't do it, I mean, but he wouldn't even been prosecuted for what he did. So I found that very interesting. I don't know how accurate that is to the time period, but I know obviously, a lot of people are more fucking dipshitty back then when it comes to being racist. No, I liked that show a lot though. I thought there was a lot of interesting aspects to it. That was one too. Correct. Free check. Just free green checks. Never seen Texas Chainsaw. Favorite Goosebumps book? I can just name it. Haunted School. Book 59 from the OG series. So, near the very end. Banger. Collected all 4 retro tints. Hopefully we get more in the future. Yes, exactly. A Series 2010 would be seriously groundbreaking since those books have not gotten barely any reprints. There's only Bride, Haunted Car, Ghouls, and Body Squeezers as it stands. That's 6 books, I think, of a 25-book series, of which has some of the best Goosebumps material ever printed, in my opinion. So it's like, why not do a reprint for even more of the popular books, like, say, Cry of the Fucking Cat? That's a very popular one from that series. Or Creature Teacher. Again, just the first few are extremely popular. Or touch upon some of the... Yeah, there's a goated run of 4 books in there that, like, everyone likes. And that is, Are You Terrified Yet? Headless Halloween, Graveyard Ghouls, and Brain Juice. That run of 4 books in a row, dude, utterly peak. Reprint those already. Like, come on. It's amazing. And hot take, I guess, when they get Horrorland 2, Return to Horrorland, that's book 13. Jekyll and Heidi, you can add those in there. I really like those too. Not a hot take on Jekyll and Hyde, but more so. Return to Horrorland's not the most like sequel, but I enjoyed that. So it's like, they should really reprint those. And a retro tune would be an awesome way to do it. New Year's Eve, we're going to the theater to watch Stranger Things finale, as I've already said. I'd like to hear your guys' what y'all are doing. I'm literally doing nothing. I could have read, but I already read every book I was gonna read this year. Here's my I didn't show this, actually. I just remembered I probably should show this, y'all. After Christmas, I got a late present in the mail. It's nothing. It's extremely niche and not popular at all, and maybe worth a few pennies. Yeah, totally not the rarest fuck Goosebumps book. Second, maybe third rarest Goosebumps book ever printed. Flex it like Gucci. Yeah, we got that in the mail. That's how I'm going to start off next year. I'm going to read that. And yeah, viewership coming in. Look what we got. $100 down the drain. That's my Christmas money. I didn't unbox it because I get to have my own private moments. Because I unboxed it with my mama. This is awesome. Gonna review this in January because I don't care. Out of season, whatever. I'm not waiting until October. I'm gonna read it probably tomorrow, actually. January 1st. Kick off the new year strong with probably the best Presents book. Because I do really like the episode. Hell yeah. I guess there's the January TBR. We got a bunch of knockoffs down there. Favorite book, again, that is Haunted School. Favorite book is Haunted School. Book 59 of the OG series. Joyce Humphrey, I don't know who you are. Sorry. But thank you. Thank you for your support. Uh, Share your collection too. I know you can't in chat, but at me in a video if you ever do, or if you share your love. Thanks for reaching out. I'm missing. I'm missing one, I think. Yeah, it's just the one. It's Calling All Creeps. That one. I'm gonna daringly say Calling All Creeps TV book is the rarest Goosebumps book ever made. Outside of foreign copies, I know those are pretty freaking rare too. But just from a American standpoint, that is ungettable. Unless you find it. It's not even online right now. I don't think. If it is, it's like $300. It's awful. Did you know there was a Child's Play 2019 reboot? Yes. Yeah, that reboot's interesting. I don't really like it much, though. I enjoy the attempt at something different. Chucky TV series. Don't even get me started though. Oh my god, the TV show is so bad, dude. I don't even mind the first season. I think it's when I'm on here with Bruce and we dunk on it, it's like, yeah, I agree with what he says, but I still genuinely really like that season. I don't love it, but I really like it. But season 2, no. No. Season 3, God no. They're travesties to even exist. Screw Chucky after the show. After season 1, everything after that, complete downhill slope. Ungodly awful. Sorry. Old videos, my new ones. But favorite Goosebumps episode. I'm a fan of the classics. I don't really have any hot takes when it comes to that show outside of I do really like Blob's episode, I guess. I never found much issue with that one. And yeah, Haunted School episode is also great. Not Haunted School, Perfect School. Yeah, I don't really have any hot takes to that show. I guess Trilogy too, though a lot of my friends really like that one. My YouTube Goosebumps buddies. Trilogy is a great free-parter, but I mean, I have gone out and say I think like way back I did a ranking of the episodes that are two-parters and free-parters, all the two-parters and free-parters ranked, and I think I did put Trilogy on top, but it really depends on the day, It's either Trilogy, the free-parter, amazing by the way, again, or Dummy Free, because again, really like the classics, the more popular ones. They're popular for a reason, and Dummy Free is exceptionally great. Insert this year's biggest meme. Yeah. Yeah. What's with the number memes, dude? 8-9, 6-1, 6-7. The number memes are so awful. The only one I kind of like is 8-9. With the Grinch saying it. Yeah. Yeah. And 4-2. Was it 9-3-1 or 9-4? I don't know. I prefer the classics like 10T1 because at least there's something to it. There's a video that doesn't actually have no random sense in it because the kid streaming 6-7. It's like, why of all things did you stream a set of numbers? But with 21, there's a setup and then there's a payoff, and the payoff is hilarious. I'm thinking critically about goddamn memes here, but like, come on, 6-7, 21. There's a clear winner there, or even 6-9. because that one's pretty self-explanatory if you know the context. It's like, yeah, 6 9 21. At least those have something to it. There's a meaning behind them. 6 7 means nothing. 21. Yeah, I remember 21 21 21 or something. Or was it 2 1 2 1? Sorry, was it 2 1 21? I don't know. There was a date that came out like that passed a few years ago. It was 2021, and people were making fucking memes about it being the day of 21. I don't know. Jago. Why are we adding 2000 and numbers? Oh, this brain rot. Oh, and yes, yeah, 2025 plus 42 is, okay. Okay. And by the way, about early, my channel is Carter's World 208. By the way, this ain't my YouTube. I have made some Goosebumps vids, and I'll show my collection on the video and tag you in it to react to. All right, tag me, so I'll see it. You Denver R? Yeah, his name's Denver Goosebumps fan. Probably end stream in 10 minutes, by the way. Hit that hour 30 mark. Not hour 30 mark. It's the 40-minute mark here. It's right, 45. But, it's about to be 5:30 in 10 minutes. Yeah, that's what I'm like. You Denver R? Like, what? What the hell does that mean? Talking about some you Denver R? Sorry, I turned on my TV. Wild. Sorry, I'm getting all blinded with my popcorn ceiling. Y'all hear the doves outside or where the hell they are? Yeah, lovely. You Denver are dead. The world is fucked. There's people setting off fireworks right now too. I just realized too that there's gonna be fireworks all night. This is gonna be a nice night to sleep. I honestly, in my personal opinion, fireworks are really only a 4th of July thing or other countries' equivalents to that. I know there's Canada Day, I believe, on the 1st of July. So if they do fireworks there, cool. But fireworks any day but 4th of July in America, unless you're in a, discreet location, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm hearing fireworks right now, that's why I'm rambling on it. Yeah, they're letting off firecrackers out there. It's like, why? They're so loud. I don't care. It's just like, why do we set them off any day but 4th of July here in America? It's like, there's no real big holidays besides, I guess, New Year's Eve makes sense. But it doesn't feel, as impactful as it would on 4th of July. It kind of nullifies that holiday. Also, Jago, what the fuck? Should I Jesus, I'm gonna put Jago in timeout. Go to the corner. Aw. Alright. Back in the chair. In the Goosebumps chair. Everywhere is Goosebumps. Fireworks. I love fireworks, Put my phone down. Y'all can stare at my ceiling. No, I'm just joking. It's like fireworks are very loud. I'm not mentally trained to withstand fireworks all the time. If I stood next to a firework in like February and it went off, not like deadly, but shoots up in the sky, goes off, I'm gonna have to go to the ER. My ears are gonna pop. But on 4th of July, I withstand it because I'm training myself. This is how I do 4th of July. You know, we light fireworks off. When we do, when we do our fireworks, we celebrate like that. We build up. You know, we start with poppets. We go to some snappets, which are just individual firecrackers. Firecrackers on a strip. Holy crap! Brace yourself. They're fucking loud. Like run, dude. It's like bullets straight up. I know in movies it's like bullets aren't loud. They're loud. Believe me, you'll go deaf shooting a gun. Like I've heard guns go off. I haven't shot a gun before, but I've been around people shooting guns, safely, and it is loud, dude. So fireworks are pretty close to that. Firecrackers are just like damn near as bad as a pistol. So yeah, fireworks are loud, but if you build up to it, it's so nice because this year I lit off like I don't even want to say the price, but a really expensive cake, which is just a firework show in a box basically, and it was Stranger Things themed. Funny enough, it's partially why I bought it. It was that or a few hours. I'm like, well, this one also has cool effects. It's Stranger Things, why not? And it's like that was one of the loudest fireworks I ever lit off. I thought a nuke went off when I lit it off. It's so fun though, But you gotta build up to it, and then your ears will get more used to it. Then they'll start ringing for the next week. But 4th of July is my favorite holiday. That wasn't obvious. If we're being that ass here, like that's actually my favorite holiday outside of Halloween. Christmas is awesome too, but it's like there's not a lot to do outside of Christmas morning and eating and watching Christmas related things. And I guess hang out with family, but it's like it's cool, but it's not as cool as 4th of July and Halloween, Those are like more literally that cool. You guys know there's a Final Destination anime? I don't watch Final Destination, so ow. Wow. As it stands, by the way, there's only 34 minutes right now till the Stranger Things finale drops. I'm ending stream in like 4 minutes, by the way. What an hour, what an hour to be alive. And I have to wait even longer than most people. I have to go to the theater to watch this shit. Well, I don't have to, but I want to. That's an experience I'm not gonna let up by watching it beforehand because I have the time, but I'm not. But yeah, I'm excited. Season's been interesting. I have my problems, but mostly positive. Praying we aren't getting queer baited. That's annoying if so. Hopefully they don't do anything stupid. Hopefully they finally address the threat level and kill someone off. That's the only reason they need to, like legitimately, outside of maybe someone's arc would be complete. I don't know whose. I'm trying to avoid that, see it for myself. I don't know whose arc would fit being just killed off. Maybe Hopper, but that's happened. And it was a fake out. They're not doing that mistake again. And people are immediately be like, all right, so let's just address the hints that Hopper's alive kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Either way. I don't know. I really hope it sticks to landing. Makes Vecna an actual threat because, by the way, he has not killed a single person ever since we knew about him, at least. Besides Eddie. We all know Eddie, right? We all know what happened. We've all seen Stranger Things, for God's sakes. That was it, and that barely even counted. He wasn't a big cast member. He was, the season introductory character, kind of like Robin was, except Robin's still around because they didn't have the balls to kill her, which thank God. It's just like Wow. You know, the only reason they really need to kill someone off, because they don't have to. I think that's something a lot of people are misreading, is that they don't have to kill someone off. But it's more of a fact that they shouldn't have had to kill someone off if they had already established a threat level. And it's not very threatening if the only character that we have seen Vecna kill, and it wasn't even by his direct hand, but it was by his control, was Eddie. That is the only character he has actually killed off that we've seen. I know he did everyone else in the past four seasons of the show, and obviously Chrissy, but she existed for an episode and died in the same episode. If they want to establish that threat level, they gotta kill someone. And the worst part is the biggest fear I'm having is they're just gonna kill Murray, or like because Murray's been around since season 2, like, oh, or they're gonna kill like Robin, which I guess is a bit better, but still annoying because that's it's a pretty depressing way to leave that character off. It doesn't feel right, but if they pull it off right, that could be good. They have to do something killing someone off, and I just hope it isn't going to be a really stupid choice, a very boring choice. Because I'm fine if they kill Murray, but that's still not very establishing of Vecna's level of power. Sorry for the ramble sesh. Yeah, that's the real reason they need to kill someone off. Is Vecna doesn't feel like a threat. Because he has not actually shown, he hasn't actually killed someone at all that has been around for longer than a season. Besides Billy, I guess. And I guess Max, but obviously she's not dead. It's stupid, but I mean I'm pretty certain they're gonna do it. It's the finale. Y'all, you want to place your bets in chat? You can. I'm about to end stream here in a minute or two. I'll read real quick. Who will they kill? Who are they actually gonna fucking do this time? Because this is the final episode. I gotta do something. Because I'm barely scared. For the characters. And it's like, yeah, he's Vecna, but he's not very threatening because he hasn't actually fucking done anything to directly kill the characters. Just from a writing standpoint, I don't see it happening because they haven't done it. Yeah. My big bet with some, I'm not saying what they are, but some BTS photos that are after the big fight, if you want to call it that, the main event of the finale. It could there's no confirmation of anyone who's dying, but I'm leaning on Nancy. It feels the most sensible. Um, you know, Nancy's the only character that I feel is like legitimately killable right now in the show to establish that threat level. It'd fucking work. It'd work. Either way though. Did chat get disabled? Nope, never mind. Hello, Mr. Goosebumps guy. We are about to end stream. Anywho, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for listening. Go, of course you gotta go now. No, I'm just joking. Oh man, yeah, I know. Sorry. Stranger Things series finale drops in less than a half hour. Y'all get to watch it. For me, I'm assuming. Theater. It's gonna be a very agonizing 3-hour wait. I have to wait till 9, dude. 9. It's awful, but thank you. See you guys in the next one next year. It's the final footage of this year you're probably seeing from me. We got some book reviews planned for January. We got some other stuff, some nice drops. maybe some rankings, hoping to do some more kids horror associated content, more general stuff. But yeah, about to watch that too, indeed. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next one. Also, if you guys want to hear some finale afterthoughts, maybe I'll do that. I'm not a Stranger Things channel, but it's big. Garner some views. Not just fucking.